Hey guys, Mike with Chassis Parts Online again. Today we're here in the shipping room, and I'm about to box up a set of them. These are the wide version of the control arms. I'll pull this out of the box here to show you. That's the wide version. That's so that your coil over with the spring and everything can fit down in, and then here's the spanner down on the bottom. You got that much distance for it to go down, and that much clearance for the spring and everything. These are the wide super drop. Now you can use these and adjust your coil over to get almost the same ride height as the factory Crown Vic. These don't have to be extremely low sitting, okay? But that's what they were made for primarily, okay? And I wanted to show you guys how I box these up because, you know, these are heavy. Everything in this box is about 36, 37 pounds. These are made with 1.25" D aluminum. That's quarter wall. These ball joint plates are 1/2 inch thick. These are quarter. Everything's real thick. The plates for the shocks are those are 3/8 thick. So heavy, pretty heavy stuff. So I have to box this stuff up, and obviously, since you can use different lowers and different uppers, the uppers and lowers do not ship in the same box. So they ship in a 18 by 18 by 6 box. And as you can see, I put an extra layer of cardboard in the bottom, and I put a perimeter of cardboard around the inside here, so that these don't go through the box. And then I put packing paper around the ends and the corners so it don't move. I put some cardboard over that before I set the other piece in there. And I set that piece in there like that. Okay, and then what I'll do is, we got a piece of cardboard that goes in the middle basically like that, just a random piece. Put a piece over here in the corner. This is just so that they don't move, okay? Now, before I'm done here, I'll have a piece around this end. And I'm having to do this with one hand and hold my phone with the other. I'm doing this with my phone. Then I take these random pieces. And these random pieces of cardboard are cardboard that I get in the cut sin boxes with the laser cut parts that I get from them. So I wrap that around the ends. Now these arms are sitting there and they cannot move. Okay, so one of the things that people have asked me, even with videos showing where all the parts go, is where all these parts go. I mean, I've got videos showing it, but people still ask it. So what I've recently started doing is putting the hardware where it goes. In other words, in one bag, you'll have this ball joint with the clip and the spacer. Now this spacer goes on that end after it goes in. Okay, that's where that goes. But I can't put it on there right now, so we'll put that there. This will be in a bag, double bag like that by itself, okay? Same thing for this one. Be double bag by itself. This is the lower bushing set. It's got the cam washer on one side. That washer right there goes in between the two, in between the frame on the aluminum crossmember. These go on the inside, and those are for these poly bushings to ride against, okay? Because inside of that aluminum crossmember, you've got a slotted hole, and a slotted hole would tear these bushings up. I mean, they're not like a rubber where they sit in there, okay? And you do have an inner sleeve in there, as you can see. That inner sleeve will set against that slotted hole, but that rubber would get cut by it. So we use these washers on the inside, these big washers for it to ride against. Those are stainless. These cam washers are stainless. There's your other offset cam washer, it's stainless. This is the end washer for that flange bolt, it's stainless. So you don't have to powder coat any of that, and it's not going to rust. But I bag all these together so you know where they go. That's pretty much pretty self-explanatory there. Now this one, being a wide Forgive me, I got some allergy issues going today. I can't breathe up my nose. So this being the wide control arms, this has a different mount down here than the tabs on the other ones. So it's supplied with a different bolt. Basically, this is a 5/8 11 by 5.5 bolt, same one that goes through the bushing. Anyways, this goes through here. It's got a locking flange nut with two washers. These are stainless washers. Those go through there to go on your thing. Those will be bagged separately. These are this is the 9/16 12 bolt, and it's got a stainless washer, and it's got two stainless large washers. This goes at the very back, in this back bushing. When you put your rear arm bushing on, this rides against it. Now, if you're using the Range Industries bushing, I can send this with a smaller washer. I have smaller diameter washers. Basically, I have washers in every OD and ID you can think of. So, for example, this is the washer that's in there right now. Okay, this is 2-inch OD with a 9/16 ID. This is 2-inch OD next to it with a 1/2-inch ID, and then on the other side of it, you got 2-inch OD with a 5/8 ID. Okay, and I get all these washers cut because I need them for different things. So, with the Range Industries, what we would go with would probably be this 3002. It's a small diameter outer washer with a 9/16 ID. That would fit the Range Industries things better. I keep all these different thicknesses in stock. I mean, different diameters in stock, and that's for because I got so many different arms. You can't just buy stainless washers in any diameter you want. So this is for the rear bushing. Those are bagged separately. Same thing with the other side. Okay, so basically that's everything that comes in this kit. And if you lay it all out, that's a lot of parts, and it might be a little bit confusing if you lay all these washers out on the ground or on the table or whatever. But when they're packaged together like this, it's a lot easier to understand. No, we do not have printed instructions as of yet, but we do have videos showing where everything goes. And on the listing on the website, it shows there's instructions there but that are basic instructions that tell you how to assemble these and what to do. Like, for example, on the ball joints, you want to put these in the freezer for about 3 hours and freeze them to get them to shrink a little bit. Then when you go to put them in the control arms, put some NICs on them and NICs on the control arms so they'll press in a lot easier. Now, I've had a couple people say, man, these are hard to go in. So I've adjusted the diameter of that hole by almost 10 thousandths, which should help quite a bit. But still put those in the freezer, use NICs there. You can use some light Vaseline on these bushings. You need to push these in by hand into here without the center sleeve in it. Put these poly bushings in by themselves on each side with you can push them in by hand, but if you need something to put them in a rubber mallet or a plastic dead blow hammer. And then, everything else is stainless. You got lock nuts for everything, except for this. These do not have lock nuts, so you will need to put some Loctite on the threads of this when you put it in, because there's no other way for it to lock. Okay. I think that's about it. As I said, 18 by 18 by 6 box. It's got all this extra cardboard in it. What I'll do is I'll pack this on top, then I'll put 2 cardboard squares on top of this where these can't go through the top of the box. And UPS can throw stuff around, but these will still get to you in one piece. And I learned this from when I used to sell wood tables that I made on Etsy. I would have to put at least a layer like this or 2 inside of a box with a table in it. Then I also wrap the outside with a strip of cardboard all the way around the outside and tape the whole outside of the box. You'll find this one's taped all the way on the outside too. There's no surface that's left untaped, and that's so that if anything gets dropped, it won't tear. You won't tear a corner. You won't tear because there's tape holding it. It's a little bit of overkill, but I'd rather this stuff get to you in one piece rather than get it there with a hole in the box and something's missing or something's damaged. The last thing I want is these touching each other and scratching each other in the box. That's also something happens. You need to send these back. You got to make sure you put all this cardboard in between these where they do not scratch each other. They scratch each other up and you send them back. I can't give you credit for them if I can't turn around and resell them. So make sure you put plenty of cardboard between them, like I do here when I put them in a box, and they won't get damaged. Hopefully you won't have to send him back. I don't think I've had maybe a few people that have sent arms back, and that's guys that have sent the non-adjustable uppers back to get adjustable uppers, or if I've sent somebody the wrong lower or upper arms. It's rare, but it does happen. Anyways, just thought I'd give you a video, let you know about that. Peace.